A very good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Calkine TV's Sydney studios. Now the ASX is expected to start the day sharply lower according to the latest 5 futures. The index is likely to open 105 points lower or 1.5% lower. At the closing bell yesterday, the S&P ASX 200 was 0.4% or 27 points higher at 7,244. The best performing sector yesterday was the energy sector, up 3.4%. The worst performing sector was healthcare, down 1.4%. The best performing stock yesterday was Beach Energy. Their shares closed 9.4% higher at $1.63. The worst performing stock was Novonix. Their shares closed 10.8% lower at $5.81. Now looking to some news from today, and BHP is set to pay a record interim dividend for a third year, and that's due to strong commodity prices. They announced an interim dividend of $1.50 per share, bringing total shareholder returns to more than $22 billion over the last year and a half. Profit from operations is up 50% to $14.8 billion, and underlying EBITDA is $18.5 billion at a margin of 64% for continuing operations. The December 2021 half-year financial results have been prepared on the basis that the BHP petroleum business is a discontinued operation. Moving on, and SEEK has declared its highest dividend in 3 years of 23 cents per share, following a strong leap in sales and profit during the first half of the 2022 financial year. SEEK's sales revenue from continuing operations rose 59% to $517.2 million, while reported profit from continuing operations was up 152% to $126.7 million. Total reported profit rose 32% to $88.1 million. And it said it expects full year revenue to be in the range of $1.05 billion to $1.10 billion, and EBITDA to be in the range of $490 million to $515 million. Moving on, and Dexus today announced its results for the half year ending 31st of December 2021, confirming a distribution of 28 cents per security. Now, Dexus raised $1.3 billion of new equity across its funds management business, secured development pre-commitments at its city shaping project at Waterfront Brisbane, and completed an industrial development leasing of 154,534 square metres. Their net profit after tax was $803.2 million. That was up 82% on the previous corresponding period. Well, now it's time for a very short break, but stay tuned for more news set to affect your trading day.
Hi there, James Preston for Calkine TV. Are you into gaming and virtual reality? Does AI and the endless possibilities it entails capture your interest? Or are you constantly trawling through the web to try and discover the latest updates and innovations in the tech space? Well, let us do the work for you. From the latest product launches to shocking affairs on the World Wide Web, exclusive interviews and information about the top companies like Apple and Google, to brand new tech startups vying for your attention. Calkine's Tech Beat has the latest in what matters in the world of technology. Join me every single Thursday on the Tech Beat, exclusive to Calkine TV.
And welcome back to the Morning Outlook report. Over in the US, on Wall Street, the Dow Jones fell 0.38%. The S&P 500 was down 0.49%, and the Nasdaq fell 0.0017% lower. The US is relocating its embassy operations in Ukraine from the capital Kiev to the western city of Lviv. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says, citing the dramatic acceleration in the buildup of Russian forces. Meanwhile, global shares slid yesterday as warnings by the US that Russia could invade Ukraine at any time, and that pushed oil prices to fresh 7-year peaks and sent investors hurrying to buy safe haven government bonds they've mostly shunned this year. The Stoxx 50 fell 2.2%, the FTSE dipped 1.7%, the DAX declined 2%, CAC slipped 2.3%, MSCI's gauge of stocks across the world shed 1.1%. The oil prices eased briefly but climbed soon after, with WTI futures settling up $2.36 at $95.46 a barrel. Brent futures rose $2.04 to settle at $9.48 a barrel. Fear of a Russia-Ukraine conflict boosted bullion's safe haven appeal. US gold futures settle up 1.5% at $1,869 an ounce. Spot gold hit its highest level since the 16th of November 2021, earlier in the session at $1,874. Well, that's all for our Morning Outlook report here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading and stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. This is Rachel signing off for now.